Are we good? You ready to go?
I'm ready whenever you are.
You ready to ball, as the kids say?
Let's do it.
That's the thing people say, right? Balling.
Let's do
Bowling?
it.
Bowling? Is that what people say? Is that what kids say these days? This is the College Gamers Podcast for March 6th, 2016. Hello, everyone. I am Mike, and I'm joined almost every week. He has a pretty good track record so far by my good friend Taft.
What's up, Mike?
Nothing much. Just coming back from a 2-week break. I am very excited to be back in our studio.
Yeah, me too.
The studio, that's
your room.
my room studio thing. And it's very good to be back, man. I tell you, I miss this show when we skip a week.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
It's like therapy for me. It's very strange.
It's about the only time of the week I get to sit here and talk about video games.
Yeah,
because I have friends that can talk about Star Wars, I can talk about Lord of the Rings and stuff, but you're about the only friend that I can sit and have an actual conversation with about video games.
Yeah, a constructive conversation, not arguing like what console's the best thing to play on.
Exactly.
So we missed a lot of big stuff. This week, we got some. There has been some drama in the video game world this week.
Yeah, with all the lawsuits and stuff.
Yeah, well, there's always lawsuits when it comes to tech, and a lot of VR stuff this week, and some exciting release dates. But before we get into that, I would like to report back that the concert, I went to an Atmosphere concert last week, and it was probably the best concert I've ever been to. Worth the, 14, 16 hours of driving that we did. Totally worth it.
Good for you, Mike.
Totally worth it. Best concert ever. Yeah. Atmosphere, good group.
While you were out there listening to rap and stuff like that.
Hip hop. It's called hip hop.
Whatever.
I learned over the weekend there's a difference between hip hop and rap.
As you were sitting there listening to the hippity hoppity music and stuff.
Your hippity hop, you kids out in the yard of your hippity hoppity music.
And your rappers and
your rappers.
I was sitting here at home just binging on Disney, in every way possible.
Binging on Disney. Please elaborate on that.
I was listening to Disney music in my car.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's how we spent probably half the trip singing to Disney music.
Yeah, see, it's something I was like, I'm having a good week, and I want to continue that in my car, so I'm gonna listen to happy music. That's Disney's happy music.
Disney is it's the manifestation of happy thoughts.
And then I watched Tangled for the first time.
That's probably one of my favorite Disney movies.
It's really good.
It's really good.
I was really pleased with it. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was.
It is poorly underrated.
Yeah, to any of our viewers out there that have not seen it yet, definitely go and watch it.
It's a good one. Because good one. The people who listen to video game podcasts also watch Disney movies. The same demographic.
Yes, that's the exact same demographic.
And speaking of Tangled, I would like to wish on the show, I would like to wish my girlfriend Cammie a happy birthday. She turned 21 yesterday.
Happy birthday, Cammie. So now you can buy us booze.
Happy birthday. Yeah, you party animal. We went to a painting party. That's how crazy we were.
Did she at least have a glass of wine or something?
Yeah, but I don't think she finished it.
Nice.
So I painted something from World of Warcraft. So I kept the geekiness going. So we have lots of news this week. You wanna get into that?
Let's hop into it.
Let's rock and roll. Oh, that's the wrong music. See, this is what 2 weeks of no podcasting will do to you. You forget what buttons you need to press at what time. All right, now let's do new stuff. Breaking news. All right, Taft, I have some very exciting news. So
and I know exactly what it is, and I'm not excited about it.
Oh, you see, I'm very excited about this. This is the game we've been talking about forever.
I know,
it's not Skyrim 2 or an Elder Scrolls game. It is, in fact, No Man's Sky has released has announced a release date. It'll be June 21st of this year.
On PC and PlayStation 4.
And PlayStation.
What's missing from that?
Xbox 360?
Yeah, that's some crap.
And Xbox One. I was like, PlayStation 3? So, yeah, they have also released some new things about the game. Some new, what would you call these?
Details?
Details, that's the word. Thank you, Taft.
Go,
Thank you. That's why I keep you here, Taft. You're just kind of a dictionary for when I forget words.
Exactly.
They have some new things. They have hazardous plants now.
Really?
I watched some gameplay, and they have plants that are, they were walking around on plants that were 160 degrees below 0 Celsius.
So you couldn't get out of your ship, or you just had to buy gear or something like that would allow you to
have to have equipment that can survive temperatures like that.
Okay.
That are 164 below. And And they're also showed off acid rain is a thing now.
Like acid rain?
Yeah, it'll burn through your armor if you don't so you have to like stop, get some resources to fix your armor if you want to continue exploring your planet.
Nice.
They're also showed off alien races you can communicate with.
There are going to be other they're going to be AI in there.
AI.
Nice.
By the way, they also said that space stations that you can visit are also randomly generated.
Really?
Yeah. So that's going to be pretty cool.
God,
and
they just made this game so much better.
They're going to be hubs for quests and things.
See, like that was something I was worried about, like there not being any AI, like you just feeling very alone and stuff, but okay.
No, they're going to have traders and things, places you can like sell and buy goods.
Nice.
Also different languages. You have to learn alien languages. And the way you're going to learn them is that you'll be exploring planets and you're going to find these monoliths, these giant tablets, and I guess you read those or interact with them in some way in which you learn a new language.
Oh, it's like the Rosetta Stone.
Exactly.
But for space.
Rosetta Stone for space. If we had show titles, that would be the show. So yeah, it's some pretty exciting news.
We need to start doing some show titles.
Yeah, we should start doing that.
Let's let this one be the first one. We'll put Rosetta Stone in space.
The space Rosetta Stone. So yeah, new aliens to communicate with. Yeah. Also, they're hoping after releasing this game, they're hoping to add free content, to keep adding free content to it. So
what more can you add to this? Like you already have procedure, like
maybe another universe to explore, galaxy or whatever you explore in this. Is it universe or galaxy? I think it's a galaxy. I think a galaxy is big enough.
I think it is a galaxy. Yeah,
maybe they're gonna add black holes or something.
That'd be so scary.
Yeah, that'd be pretty terrifying. That'd be pretty cool.
What if you could make a ship that could survive a black hole?
That'd be really weird. That's some serious physics we shouldn't get into. So yeah, that'll be releasing June 21st, and I will be. This summer's already so big.
I'll be over at your house on June 21st.
Legion's releasing. Overwatch is releasing over the summer. Now No Man's Sky is releasing over the summer. There's gonna be Rifts are gonna be shipping in June. There's so much stuff going on.
I'll be at your house on June 21st.
Speaking of recently released releases, Primal was recently released. Correct? It is out right now, right?
It is currently out. It was released on the February 23rd for the consoles and then March 1st for PC.
All right, and we saw some interesting things with the map.
Yes, for anybody who's out there and has not seen this, if you look at the map, the river layout and stuff like that is almost the exact same as the river layout and stuff from Far Cry 4. So it really kind of it seems like they took the map of Far Cry 4 and just basically made it prehistoric.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's the exact same map layout. Same paths pretty much go to the same places. Has that same that center lake islands. Yeah, that's still dead center in the center of the map, and it's really interesting.
You can see some of the mountains and stuff like that. Like some of the higher areas are still mountains. It even kind of takes into effect erosion and stuff like that. Like it takes out some of the rivers because that area wouldn't have been eroded and stuff. It's really actually they did it very well, and a lot of people are saying that's laziness, Mike. What do you think? Do you think it's laziness, or do you think they did it purposefully?
I think it's almost. I don't want to say it's laziness because I think Ubisoft is not this lazy. I don't think they would cut a corner this big.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if they wanted some sort of Easter egg connection between these two maps, I would like to see more variation. Like maybe take bits and pieces of Far Cry 4's map, rather than just copy pasting the whole thing.
I think it was purposeful because the idea behind it, at least what I think is really interesting, if it were the idea behind it, is that they're like, okay, you've seen this as it is in modern day. Now here's what it would have looked like 1200 BC or whenever you're playing in this one. That's the whole thing, is they're showing prehistoric Earth and stuff like that, and now they're showing you what the world would have looked like in an area that you've already seen the way it looks now. Kind of like an educational kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah. Like
forcing people to learn while playing video games.
So I guess that's kind of more focused to dedicated players of the series. Because I've never played a Far Cry game, and I think Primal is probably going to be my first one. If I'm going to pick a game up,
I'm definitely going to pick this game up. But I wouldn't say it's only for dedicated players, because Far Cry 4 was a really popular game for them.
Mm.
I mean, it was a lot of people's first Far Cry game, so I mean, you don't have to be a dedicated fan to see this, because it's pretty blatantly obvious,
Yeah. Do we know what year this is set in? The game is
set... Like I said, 1200 BC. It's something really early.
I gotcha.
10,000 BC.
10,000. So what? That's 10,200... what was that, 12,000 years?
That's 12,000 years ago. Yeah.
12,000 years before. I don't know. When was Far Cry 4 set? Like modern time or something?
Yeah, it was set right like same time it was released. So it's been like 12,000 years.
It's been 12,000 years. You know, just maybe a slight change in
which is really cool because like if you really look at it, like I'm actually kind of studying it right now while we're talking about it.
Yeah, I mean there are subtle variations.
Yeah,
like some paths don't go the exact same way, but there's an obvious connection between.
It's
the
a
maps.
path that would be caused like there's one spot where there's no river where there used to be a river in Far Cry 4. And it's because that's where it would have been eroded and stuff like that. So like I'm looking at it and I'm just finding it like some lakes that are in there are bigger in 4 than they are in Primal because they would have been eroded and stuff.
I gotcha. So I guess you could say it's the second version of the map.
Yeah, I really kind of like it.
Yeah. So speaking of second versions, Titanfall 2, we have a spotting somewhere in a GameStop. Taft, you wish to elaborate?
Okay,
Taft is on the scene. Taft, back to you. What do you have to say?
Yeah, so Titanfall 2 has been like they've said they're making it like it's been confirmed.
Yeah, it's been announced.
No, it has not.
It hasn't been announced?
There's been no formal announcement.
But they've talked that they're working on one.
Yeah, they said they're working on one, but they haven't announced the game itself, you know?
I gotcha. Okay. I kind of took that as an announcement like, hey, we've announced that we're working on it.
They have not like come out and publicly announced it. Like it's been like one designer talks about it while another designer talks about it. Like it's never been the company itself saying like this is what we're doing.
I see. Okay.
It's not so this game, which is not even officially announced. In some GameStops, you can walk in, and you know how when you walk into a GameStop, it'll be like coming soon.
Yeah,
and it'll have like
it's like behind the desk of like
that, or sometimes it's even on like the upper shelves of where they sell stuff, and it's just like this is where we're gonna put it when we get it. You know,
I gotcha.
Titanfall 2 is up there.
Oh,
we don't even have box art for it. All it does is it's just a black box that says Titanfall 2.
Do you think this is a mistake?
No, I think they're doing it purposefully. Like,
do you think maybe this is their form of announcing it? They're just kind of teasing it.
I don't think so because why would you go out in a way like that to do it through GameStop? Like, it's a big GameStop's a big thing, but I mean,
that's true.
That's a horrible way to do it.
But we don't have a release date.
No, we don't have any. Like I said, it's not even officially announced.
Though
we have the an official release like.
We have a window. Like it's between April 1st of this year and March 31st of next year, which that's kind of a big window.
Yeah.
It's about a year.
It'll be released within the 2017 fiscal year.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this game.
How funny would that be if it just came out like April 1st?
Or what, like they put up box art and be like, "Look, we might be releasing it April Fools." JK.
Oh, that'd be so rude.
That'd be the biggest troll of all time.
So rude.
That'd be pretty bad. But yeah, you know, I think now that I think about it, I think this isn't a mistake because I think if it was a mistake, it would have some sort of box art. Like say they were planning to release it soon, they would have box art for it rather than what they have now.
See, I think it's a publicity ploy by GameStop.
Really?
Yeah.
They're trying to stay relevant. You think it's GameStop or do you think it's...
I think it's GameStop.
You think it's GameStop?
Yeah, I think they're like, hey, what would be a funny way kind of to get us back and like... To get to like no publicity is bad publicity, and I can't say that freaking word ever. Bad P word is... Guys, not going to say that one.
Guys, look away from Steam for a second and look at GameStop.
Exactly, yeah. Something like that, you know? Just try to put them in the limelight instead of like Steam and stuff like that.
I got you. I feel you, man. Well, moving on here, we've had a lot of VR news lately, and we had a big announcement this week. The HTC Vive formally released a $800 price point and will be hitting shelves in early April, which is pretty exciting. The pre-order started the 29th, so about 7 days ago as of the recording of this podcast. And again, $800. Now, I talked about this with Brad Cherkis a few episodes back. We had a really good conversation about VR, and we talked about the difference between we talked a lot about the Vive, which I accidentally called the Hive. For some reason, I thought it was called the Hive. I don't know.
Nice.
And it sounds like a lot of fun. And the difference, from what I understand, the difference between the Rifts and the Vive is the Rift is designed that you can sit on in a chair and play with a regular Xbox controller. In fact, when you buy the Rift, it comes with an Xbox controller. And doesn't
it come with like the Elite controller or something like that? Doesn't it come with like the nice one? Or
is it just
the regular one?
I don't know. It might come with the regular one. I'm sure
if I'm paying as much as I should get the freaking Elite, you know? Like
yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you have an Elite, it'll work with it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But I was just curious.
Yeah, and so what the Vive comes with is two wireless controllers. they're one for each hand, and if you grab something in the game, you press a button on the controller.
Okay.
So you can operate both hands. Has 2 wall units for tracking your position. So that means you can get up and walk around in the world.
That's cool.
And it has a hub that collects all the data and sends it to your PC. So this is all kind of wireless. And it actually has cameras on the outside so that if you walk towards a wall, it kind of overlays that wall in the game. So you're not like running through Call of Duty and you face smack into your closet.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be pretty funny.
No, but like
it also hurt.
In a game like my living room's not that big.
Yeah.
Like the area I play in is not that big. So if I were to buy this, how would I like in a game like Skyrim or something like that? Like because games like that are gonna eventually come up. Or even Call of Duty, how am I gonna walk down a long hallway?
I don't know this yet. Like I've thought about this. Maybe the world moves at a different speed when you walk. So if you take one step, maybe in the game you take 5 steps. Like there's some sort of, like the world doesn't move at the same pace you're walking.
But like say like okay, if that's the case, like I'm trying to get to cover.
Yeah.
That's only 2 steps away.
I haven't thought about that much.
Yeah.
But I'm not quite sure how this is going to work. And I'm sure games are going to have to be designed for this. Like you can't just pick up and play Skyrim with it maybe. I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to play it with a controller.
Do those wall units pick up your position, or do they pick up your movement?
It probably picks up your movement.
Because if you can just walk in place and that can be it. But if it picks up your position, then that changes
That's true.
everything.
I mean, it might scale the game to your room.
It might, yeah, it might do that.
But it's $800. It's just more. I think it comes with more technology. Like,
yeah.
Again, those sensors. Are probably pretty pricey. So it's for those who want to be more immersive in their games. But I would love to see this in action. I've looked at the Rift a bunch, but the Vive just has been under my radar for some reason.
Yeah.
And I think now's a good time to look at it.
It's only recently popped on my radar because the advertisements on YouTube for it are relentless.
Are they?
Yeah.
There's this onslaught of
It's just constant.
Yeah. This onslaught of YouTube things. Do you use ad blocker?
No, I do not.
No? I recommend
No,
it.
I'll watch it every once in a while. I like some of the ads.
Oh yeah, I mean when a video game ad comes on, I always watch it.
Exactly, and I watch a lot of video game channels, so it tailors that to my.
I mean, when a video game ad comes on TV when I'm at the gym, I'll stop working out for a second and watch it. Like
nice.
It's just weird. I don't know, it's cool to see video games on TV.
I love video game ads.
Definitely, and I support them. Want more of them. So yeah, HTC Vive, $800. I think if I had to choose between the Oculus Rift and the Vive, I'm probably gonna go with Oculus Rift because I'll be able to play more games with it just because I'm able to sit there and play the controller. I'm not too worried about getting up and interacting with the world yet,
See, I have a Mac, so I'm pretty much screwed either way.
Well, actually, speaking of Macs,
I got you.
Oculus VR founder Palmer Luckey just threw a diss at Apple PC hardware.
Yep.
He was asked if the Oculus Rift will ever be supporting Mac, and he said if Apple ever releases a good computer, we will do it.
That's just basically like a big old middle finger right in the face.
Well, he said, quote, "It just boils down to the fact that Apple doesn't prioritize high-end GPUs. You can buy a $6,000 MacBook Pro, and it still doesn't match our recommended specs." And that just points out that Mac doesn't build gaming computers.
Yeah, it's just not a gaming computer, but still, like the way he phrased it is just kind of like, like just F you.
Yeah, but Macs do come with some pretty beefy graphic cards, but they're just
like a MacBook Pro can run, what's that game called? Skyrim.
Yeah,
really well.
Yeah. But Skyrim is a 5-year-old game at this point.
Yeah, but even when it came out, like the top of the line Mac could still run that one pretty well.
And my girlfriend's dad, they recently bought a higher end Mac, one of those bigger desktop Macs, and it plays games like Heroes of the Storm and World of Warcraft, max graphics, 60 frames, looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, like I have no problem on my MacBook Air, which is like one of the lower, like just like graphic card, lower on every gaming spec really.
Yeah.
It runs World of Warcraft fine.
Yeah. But you see, the thing is, VR needs high-end equipment.
Yeah.
Because, again, I was talking with Brad Trickus, and if that frame rate drops below 90, you get motion sickness. And that's not fun if you're playing games.
Not at all.
So the recommended settings are mandatory if you want to have a good time, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. I'm not upset about it because I'm not really into PC gaming, but you know.
Yeah. So yeah, diss at Apple. And now the next thing we're going to talk about, Taft,
I'm
this
so
was
excited to talk about this.
totally off my radar, and I see in our show notes today, in all caps, you have to read this article because I want to talk about this.
Yes, this game I'm super excited about, and it was off my radar until I read this article.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about this.
I've not heard anything about this. It was apparently teased at E3.
I didn't see anything about that.
Yeah, I watched all of E3. I don't remember this at all.
So Taft, please take this away because I'm excited to talk about this, man.
Okay, so you know how we've been recently talking about how we just have a major Skyrim itch.
Yes.
I think I found the game that is gonna fix that itch
All right.
until. I mean, we don't have a release date for this game or anything.
Yeah, it's 2016.
It is 2016,
which is exciting because
Yes.
we're almost halfway through 2016.
We're almost there. So there's this game called Kingdom Come Deliverance,
All right.
and it's a next generation, so Xbox and stuff like that. Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and PC.
PlayStation 360. Oh, sorry, that's not one.
Yeah. So it's for current generation consoles, and it's a medieval RPG that doesn't have magic in it.
Which it seems like something that we should have by now.
Have you ever played? Yeah, it does, but nobody. How many people can you think sit there and think of that were like, you know what? I don't really enjoy playing the mage class in Skyrim.
You know, I haven't played that much Magic in Skyrim.
See,
I enjoy the aspects of it though.
See, like I don't play I prefer non-magic characters, but when I play a magic character, I like playing it.
It's true.
It's a good time.
It feels nice.
It does. But this game, instead of going for like the magic and stuff like that, it actually wanted more to focus on like historically accurate stuff and actually role playing in the life of a medieval aged person. Like
it kind of when I was reading it, I kind of thought it blends a survival game with RPG aspects. Like it's a little bit of survival thrown in with maybe Skyrim without magic.
Exactly. It's like you even have to sleep and eat if you want to keep up your strength.
So, yeah, and like sleep, eat, food goes bad if you don't eat it over time.
It does, yes. And but so like some of the really cool things that I was super excited about being the history buff that I am is like you're gonna be able to like wear period accurate armor,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, like have you ever sat there and just like looked at some of the stuff? Like Italian armor back then was gorgeous.
Really
gorgeous. Like you know, like how like Italy's the fashion capital of the world and stuff like that or whatever. Yeah. It's that way for a reason because they started off with armor. Like
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And
I'm looking at it now. This is kind of like the stereotypical armor that you think
you're
about.
not looking at the right one then.
Oh, I'm not?
No.
What?
There are some like of course it's the higher end armor.
Yeah.
But like when they had like nice good armor for like the nobles and stuff, look up like Italian noble armor or something like that.
I gotcha.
And it's really nice stuff.
Mm.
And then you actually, which I'm even more excied about it being me being a fencer, is you actually learn actual fencing techniques and actually use them in combat.
Yeah, the combat sounds really exciting.
Have you did you, in that article there was the like the release trailer, not the release trailer, but like the
I did watch
teaser
it.
trailer.
Yeah,
you saw how like that you'd like dodge one and like
the
go
most
for their
exciting
head.
thing I saw, large scale battles.
That's gonna be fun.
Where you're walking, you're like you have soldiers to your left and right. You're like in like maybe the third row.
Yeah.
So you have guys in front of you, and this other army comes over the hill.
Yeah.
Like and they just span the entire hill. That looks so exciting.
See, my favorite thing was the castle sieges.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going up the ladder.
You're climbing up the ladder and you look to your left and the dude next to you falls
like
off.
they like push the ladder away. That looks really exciting. And what's really cool, I saw you can be a thief in this game as
and
well.
You like cut off the purse and stuff.
That looks
so good.
Because I've always wanted to do that in Skyrim, where I want to try and make a living as a thief, but there's not enough survival mechanics to do that in Skyrim. So this is gonna be really exciting.
Yeah. See, that's what I always like. I'm really excited because your character is the son of a blacksmith.
Yeah.
And your village gets burned down, but you go to the your closest feudal lord or whatever to not to get revenge or anything like that, but to like pledge your service again because your town was burned down. So like let him know you're alive and that you're still like working for him and stuff. And so your destiny takes off from there. You can be whatever you want.
Yes.
But like I really just want to go in this game and just play like a normal person. Like a hunter. Like that was one of my favorite things to do in Skyrim. I've talked about that before.
And they showed off hunting. He was like using a bow and arrow to take down the boar.
Just shot a boar.
Yeah, that's super exciting.
Yeah, like I want to do something like that, and I want to. Of course, my dude's gonna be a thief because I always play thief. But
yeah, and one of the more exciting things I saw was they're avoiding the rigid clockwork behavior of Skyrim citizens.
Yeah, like what that means is if you kill like the example that the creator used, he said if you his name's Vavara something like that. And if you kill a bartender, like somebody who goes to the bar every night, like they're gonna have alcoholics in them apparently, but somebody who goes to the bar every night, if you kill the bartender, you're not gonna like that person's not gonna get stuck at the bar waiting to buy a drink for the rest of their life.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like, oh, I guess the bartender's dead, and they're gonna either stop going to the bar, or they're gonna find another bar to go to.
Yeah, well, it'd be really cool if I kill that bartender. Will the bar go out of service for a while, and will a new bartender show up?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That'd be really cool.
And maybe it finds replacements, or maybe
that guy who went there all the time is like, you know what? I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna be the bartender.
Yeah, will it be that dynamic? But it's really cool because in Skyrim things get awkward when someone's dead, and if you kill a shopkeeper in Windhelm, people still will stand outside in front of that shop.
Yeah,
like they're talking to them.
Like there was the general store in Whiterun.
Yeah.
I killed that. I went on the companion's quest line, and he was one of the guys I killed during my wolf rampage.
Yeah.
Never again could I go there.
Really?
Even though he has somebody who helps him out. Like he has a backup guy. Like
that guy
has one. That dude should take place, but no, he still sits outside and says, "I work for this guy."
But with this new system, it'd be cool if that assistant steps up and then runs the shop.
That'd be so cool.
Or it'd be really cool if you ran a shop.
That would be really cool if you could open up your own shop.
They
really need to make a game where you can literally do nothing. Like
that'd be pretty sweet.
You can just live a life.
Yeah.
Like don't die of old age and stuff, but just like be able to open up a shop or like buy a building. You know how in Fable you could buy buildings and stuff like that. Like buy the building and go in
I'm sure there's a game like that somewhere.
I'm sure somewhere. But
you could probably force it out with add-ons or something.
I mean, I guarantee you there'll be mods for this.
Yeah. Oh. Modding for this is going to be
so great.
Someone's going to make a dragon mod for this because
they're going to make a dragon and magic mod and stuff like that.
Yeah. This game looks by the way, CryEngine.
That's exactly what I was about to
It looks absolutely gorgeous.
It does, and it's in alpha still.
Is this still an alpha?
I want to say it's still an alpha.
This looks absolutely gorgeous for an alpha game.
It's still really early.
That's the CryEngine for you people.
Yeah.
CryEngine is absolutely.
It's made by Warhorse.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because of course their flagship game is going to have war horses in it, like
of course,
like combatants and stuff like that, and like the horses can actually fight. They're not going to be like Skyrim horses that are going to run away and die.
One of the things that was cool is that they're going to have these concentrated quest hubs in cities and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a big map. They didn't give a size of the map, but they're talking about how they're concentrating quests. So I'm wondering, like, is exploring going to be worth it in this game, you think?
Oh, I'm sure.
You know?
Because I'm looking, like, or at least just going out and seeing all the stuff. Because
definitely.
I'm looking at one of the pictures right now. It's the road. That's all it is.
Yeah.
On your left is, like, is a little meadow with some flowers and stuff like that. And then if you go a little bit past that, there's a dense forest, which is probably going to have some really cool, like, creatures and stuff in it that you can go hunt.
Yeah.
And to the right's a wide open field.
Yeah.
It just looks gorgeous.
If I could get what's your like terrain, the Twitcher landscapes, especially when you're near the capital city where there's a bunch of farmland. Yeah, that's gorgeous. And there's like those trails were absolutely, that game was just pretty overall. But this looks like it's gonna be a fun game. I'm really excited to play this.
Yeah, what's gonna be really cool is when you are like in a large scale battle, but you're the one that's like attacking.
Yeah,
like I was just like watching the ad as we're talking and stuff like that. It shows a scene of like probably 20 plus riders just popping out of the forest, just coming into an open field, and like
that looks
about to just lay waste to it.
That looks like so much fun. And those large scale battles, the arrows raining down, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
you're gonna be charging forward. You're gonna look up. You're gonna have to raise your shield or something to block those.
Yeah. Speaking of shields and stuff like that, you actually have like the armor and stuff like that. Of course, is like period accurate and stuff like that, but you can layer it apparently.
Really?
From what I read in the article, it seems like you can actually buy plate mail
Yeah.
to put on top of your chainmail.
That's gonna be nice.
And each like type of armor has a different type of protection. Like so, like chainmail
Yeah.
is meant to protect from slices,
But stabs will get
but
through it.
slabs will get through it like it's butter.
Yeah.
Whereas like plate mail was meant to block against stabs, but slashes weren't quite as easy.
Really.
So that's gonna be really cool to see how that works.
So you're able to counteract. Of course, maybe lighter armor. You know, I'm wondering how the stealth mechanics are going to work in this.
See, they didn't demonstrate that at all. Really.
Well, we did see.
We saw the dude walk up,
pickpocketing.
yeah, we saw him walk up behind somebody and cut their purse off, and that's all we saw.
So from that, we can kind of assume line of sight that's kind of a standard for stealth. But
Yeah.
if I can be a thief, I would really enjoy some good stealth mechanics in this game.
Yeah. What I would really like to see, honestly, is just some like dismemberment. Like just cut like an arm or a head off or something like that.
Oh yeah. Well, we saw some slashes and things, but I didn't see anyone getting cut in half.
Exactly. But
or-
like this is still early on and stuff.
That's
but,
true.
One thing they did show you is during the like fighting is like if you get killed, you can see a blade into your gut.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
it's kind of gory.
It's at like the very end. Like, it's
Like, if
showing,
you look-
it's like realistic fighting and stuff like that, and you miss a block and the dude comes at you and just right in the gut.
Oh yeah, and what was really cool, they also showed a fist fight, and the guy punches you in the head, and the camera shifts violently to whatever direction he punched you.
Yeah, like watch this real quick. I'll keep talking, but
I gotcha.
it's like the really cool thing about it. I'm super excited about it because of my fencing background and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch.
I'm gonna have to get
do.
some feedback from you about the fighting. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna have to get some feedback from you about how accurate they are.
Yeah,
So this game looks like a lot of fun. I'm hoping to see a bit more from it, and hopefully we get a release date.
I can't wait to see like the different types of weapons and stuff that
Yeah.
you can use. That's some like different types of swords and stuff.
But speaking of release dates, some sad news. It's been delayed. Is that
It
right?
has been only for PC though.
Only for PC.
It's been delayed for PC. That way, it can be released on the same day as the consoles.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
So we're getting it. We're no longer special. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
you're nothing special.
Yeah. Are
Yeah.
these still alpha pictures? Because this is gorgeous.
I think so. It never very specifically said alpha, but it kept saying very early on.
Yeah. Then this
so-
armor looks awesome, and there's some battles in this are going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, this game's gonna be a blast, and
Yeah.
I'm so pumped for it.
Well, it'd be really cool if you maybe if there's some sort of government system and you're able to control a town,
That'd be really cool.
become an elected official, and if I can amass my own army, if I have to like go around, hire some people, be like, hey, like go around with like 20 villagers and be like, give me your sons, and then like plan an attack on a village nearby, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
If you could orchestrate those big battles, so I don't have to wait for a plot point in the story to experience that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to beat the game and never be able to do that again. You know?
Yeah, one thing that they talked about was the Vivara himself says that we're trying to mix the freedom mechanics of Skyrim, the setting of Mount and Warblade, the storytelling of The Witcher, and the combat dynamic of Dark Souls
Yeah.
in one package.
That's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a heavy that's a task
Yeah.
to get all the best game mechanics out of all those games, you know?
Well, I'm pretty excited for this to come out, and I'm glad it's coming to all the consoles so we can both experience the stuff.
I'd be so upset if it was on PC.
Yeah.
I would cry. I might actually buy a PC for that.
All right. Well, speaking of consoles, we got some news this week at who is this? What's his name? Xbox boss Phil Spencer said he believes that Windows 10 could be used as a ubiquitous operating system that unifies all devices. And why this is important is because he mentioned that they're working on upgradable consoles.
Really?
So you don't you Taft don't have to wait for the next generation to come out.
I can just upgrade my current generation.
Yeah, so if you graphic card, I don't know if they have like dedicated graphic cards in an Xbox or if it's like integrated or something, but you could replace your graphic card for better graphics as new games come out.
That'd be great.
Because he was talking about the weakness of consoles, and you can see this like over a period of time. Is what happens is that PCs get better as the console gets older, and then the console comes out that either beats or is kind of like ties with PCs at the time. And as that console ages, PCs only get better and faster. And what he wants to do is combat this by having by the Xbox being able to exchange parts for better performance. And he actually talked about an example of this is that with PlayStation VR, what's going to happen is that what comes with the PlayStation VR is a standalone device that has its own processor to handle computation for the for like VR. Because
Big fancy words.
Because the PlayStation alone isn't able to do VR in 90 frames per second.
Yeah.
So it has its own external device to help with the graphics rendering and everything.
Okay.
So what he wants to do is have exchangeable parts for kind of like PCs, you know. Like I can upgrade my graphic card. Yeah. But here's the thing. My first thought was, like PCs, are some people going to have lower end consoles?
Yes. If this happens, I can guarantee that.
So there's no longer going to be a standard graphics for if this comes true, will they no longer have a standard graphics capability for a machine?
This is going to what I've been saying for probably the past year, ever since the Xbox One announced actually I'd say ever since the Xbox One was announced, that they are, or at least Microsoft, I feel like, is on their way to trying to make the Xbox the PC of consoles. Like, basically just a PC console. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to do. Like that, and I feel like that's what they're on their way to do with this. Like, I can buy a game on PC, but not have the specs for it or whatever, and so I just have to upgrade it or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be the same.
So, but are you going to feel bad if you're caught on the end of this where people who have more money are no longer, this kind of sounds like some weird government thing, but you pay $700 or not $700, like $300 for an Xbox. Someone else pays $300 and you both have the same experience. But if someone who has more money will be able to say buy a $500 Xbox that maybe the graphics are better.
What I think it's going to end up being is it's going to be like, okay, the base for the Xbox is going to be $400.
Yeah.
It's the base.
Standard.
Then, standard base. Like, it's like your standard computer. And then you can go in, you can upgrade it and stuff like that. It's going to be a base, and you upgrade from that base. And so if I have more money to spend on it at a time, then it's going to be like, okay, yeah, I have a better one because I had more money to spend on it, but I didn't buy it directly like that, you know?
Yeah.
So like it's going to be equal opportunity.
Yeah. So when you order your Xbox from Xbox.com or whatever, you can go through and check standard. Oh, I want better frames. Better get the plus version of the graphic card.
Yeah, exactly. You can go in through and click your preferred ones, but it's just like a PC. Do you feel bad that you have a better PC than I do?
No,
exactly.
I don't.
It's not
feel pretty good actually.
Yeah, it's going to be the same thing with consoles.
Definitely,
it's not going to be any different.
But you're going to run into the same problems that I have or that I used to have, where there's a game you want. Let's say No Man's Sky is now being released on Xbox or Xbox One, but oh no, you don't have the upgraded capabilities required to play that. Do you think they're going to need? Because over time, you're going to have a wider array of graphic capabilities for the Xbox One, just like PCs. But some games are going to require higher and lower. You know what I mean?
I think they'll probably have a set rule for like the games and stuff. Like, hey, if you want to come out for this, have it on this level or whatever. But eventually, it's going to be like those levels are going to rise because people are. It's just like any console game, like getting a new console or something like that. You're going to have to just upgrade eventually. You know?
Yeah.
As games get better, you're just going to have to upgrade, and it'll be a slower process, but it'll be a more constant process.
Yeah.
At a slower rate than like upgrading a console. Instead of going from like I can play this game to this game in a second, I can go from playing this game to this game. That's eventually going to be what it would be at a new console or something like that at a slower rate.
I can also see them. They're going to it'll slow down the console cycle.
Yes.
If they have these intermediate steps, they're not going to have to release a new console every 4 years now?
Something like that, yeah.
4, 5. I saw 7 years somewhere.
It might honestly just completely knock out having to make new consoles.
Yeah, but they're going to need to set a new standard at some point, though. That's the thing.
And that's like they haven't had us make a new standard for PC.
That's true.
And so you just constantly keep upgrading.
That's true. But see, consoles have always had these steps, so are they just going to throw the step version out?
Yeah, probably. If
you think they're going to do that?
Like I said, they're trying to make it into a console into a PC, basically.
You see, I think they're gonna need to do a new console. Maybe they might be able to double the time it takes.
Maybe, but I don't think they would,
because technology will change, and they'll probably need new adapters or something for the Xbox. Like you can't just keep. I think something that, if they release a new console every 10 years, something is going to need to change in order to fit new technology in there. If
technology changes so much, like a drastic amount or something like that,
then
they'll probably have to release a new console. But I think it'll be like they're probably not going to be trying to do that as much and stuff like that. It'll be unless like Bluetooth capability or something like that changes with your controller or whatever.
Yeah,
which you could.
Well, that'd be you'll have to upgrade to like the motherboard of your console.
Exactly.
I see. And if you need more space, they'll probably have like different. See, now you're getting to like custom case. Now you're just turning the Xbox into a PC.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. That they're trying to do is turn the Xbox into a PC.
But it also depends how far they're gonna go.
I think they'll probably go all the way.
That's all right. Xbox getting personal with their users now. But it depends. I mean, will they be able to? Will they let you go that in depth? And this might be for the next generation Xbox, because you don't know how flexible the inside of the Xbox is currently.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely be next generation.
It depends. You might be able to switch out the graphic card for the current generation, but I doubt they'll allow you to go into the CPU and switch out processors or something.
Yeah, probably not. But it's not like doing this is going to hurt Microsoft's sales, considering they sell both PCs and so
they sell operating systems. They don't really sell PCs, or maybe they do. No, they don't.
I'm sure
they sell operating systems.
Okay, well then it's going to help them even more.
Yeah, I mean if they're selling graphic cards,
they can sell the PC at that point.
Yeah. So you want to move on to what we've been playing?
Yeah, might as well.
Let's do that
before we get to into this.
Good news cycle. It's a good news cycle in these past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What you playing? All right, Taft. I have some very sad, frustrating news for you. I have still not gotten into Overwatch, but I have been playing Scott Johnson over at Frog Pants. I've been watching him play at least once a week now, so I have this itch for a game I've never played.
Yeah.
So it's a weird, I don't know, hell I'm trapped into.
I watched some dude on YouTube play it.
Yeah.
It actually looks pretty fun.
It looks awesome. And it's for Xbox, so I definitely recommend you pick it up.
I'll definitely be able to play it. But he was playing as that ninja character, Genji or whatever.
Dude, he looks like a lot of fun.
He looks like he could be deadly. Cool.
So in order to itch this itch I've somehow gotten, I've been playing Team Fortress a lot lately.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of the same.
It looks pretty similar, yeah.
It kind of itches the same itch. And that game still holds up. I'm pretty happy that it's still going strong.
I've never been very good at it, so.
Me neither, dude. I suck so badly. But the thing is, the game's just so much fun.
Yeah.
I still feel, I can run around as a scout and just like shoot the place up and die without hitting anyone, and I still feel like I accomplished something. For some absurd reason.
Yeah.
But it's still Valve deserves like some credit for having how old is this game now? I don't even know.
Okay, real quick, talking about Valve, have you heard the rumor that they're having their own conference at E3?
Valve conference?
Yeah, or at least they're gonna be talking at E3.
Ooh, that might be something related to Valve VR. I mean Steam VR.
Maybe.
Because they're having a VR thing going right now.
Maybe.
So yeah, back to Team Fortress. It's just really cool to see the game still going strong.
Yeah.
And I think the best decision they've made for Team Fortress 2 is making it free to play.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
I think that was the best decision they made, especially for the longevity of that game.
That and the fact that they added the skins in and stuff like that, which allowed them to make a lot of money.
The hats?
Yeah.
The hats is just like, who's the guy, who's the meme for Steam? Meme for Steam. Gavin. Like, there's a reason why he just like sits there and rolls in his money.
Yeah,
his hat money.
Yeah, just constantly.
That's probably what like power Steam right now is hat money.
Probably.
Yeah. So what have you been playing, Taft?
I recently picked up. My bad.
No, you're good.
I just recently picked up Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh yeah, you've been talking about that. How's that going?
I really did not like my archer character.
No,
did not like him.
Why is that? Poor archer mechanics?
The mechanics are I hold down the trigger and he is just gonna hit the thing.
I gotcha.
So like if it were like Skyrim where I had to aim and I did more damage and stuff like that, but I don't do much damage and my guy's always gonna hit.
So it's kind of boring now. You don't have to aim.
Exactly. I don't have to aim. I just kind of pull the trigger and hope that it hits the guy I'm trying to hit.
I gotcha. But it's gonna hit something.
It's gonna hit whatever. Yeah.
I gotcha.
So I made another character who was a Quarren, is what they're called. They're humongous guys with horns and stuff.
I gotcha.
Two-handed battle axe wielding badass. He was pretty fun to play as, and he did some damage. But I decided I want to try. I really like elves. Just really like elves. So I want to make another elf character. So I made a mage.
Nice.
And I'm loving my mage. The mage is so overpowered in that game.
Is it nice? How's the magic mechanics?
It's the same. Like, you just hold it down, it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
But your dude looks really cool as he's hitting.
Some cool animations and stuff.
Yeah, like he's sitting there, like he'll throw you use a staff.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm throwing the staff to my right, to my left, like upwards, downwards.
So you
and then,
shoot
like,
magic.
Spin it around real quick, and I shoot like three things at one time.
So you shoot magic from a staff?
Yes.
Is it not like Skyrim where you use hands?
No.
I gotcha.
It's you have like a fire staff, you have an ice staff, you have a lightning staff. I think those are the only 3 types.
Yeah.
And fire staff shoots out fire, but you can still use ice magic.
Yeah.
You don't need to be like, I can use like the freezing spell with my staff.
Yeah.
With my fire staff, and it does there's no penalty to that or anything like that. And there's no rise in attack from
It's just animation.
That, but the attack is a different type of attack. Like the base attack.
I gotcha.
So, like, instead of doing ice damage, I'll do fire damage, and there are things that are weaker to fire damage than they are to ice damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'm enjoying the mage.
That's good to hear. I'm glad you're liking it.
He looks really cool.
That's always nice.
I gave him like snow white hair and like green eyes. And
Snow white hair is the best hair color for a magical character.
It is like it just fits.
Yeah, even in World of Warcraft, I always make my mages and magic people. They always have like white or light
like
hair.
It's long, like elf hair.
Yeah,
like shaved on one side and like long on the other. Like
nice.
Pushed to the other side. It just looks so cool. Like, the only problem I have with the elves in this game is they're so freaking scrawny.
Are they like this? Super skinny?
Yeah, just so scrawny.
I feel you.
But the dwarves look really cool.
That's always nice. I love me some dwarves.
Dwarves are like short and just buff.
I love me some dwarves, man.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I just been playing some of that and
sounds like
that.
fun. Sounds like fun. Before we finish up here, I'd like to report back. No Warglaive this week.
Yeah,
this is my 7th attempt, so it's almost been 2 months.
Almost.
Still nothing. That's legendaries for you. This is actually one of the more easier to get.
Really?
Legendary. It has like a 4% drop rate.
Okay.
There are some out there that have like 1.7% drop rate.
Jesus.
I actually got a mount once. It was a skeletal horse, and it drops from a Strathalmir, and it has like a 0.7% drop rate.
Really?
Yeah. Last time I checked, it's pretty rare, and I got it. It dropped for 5 people, and then I won the roll to get it.
Nice.
So that you can do the math on that. It's some super rare mount. And I never use it because it just looks like the regular horse mounts, but like purple. And I'm colorblind, so it doesn't look any different to me. So it's not that cool.
Nice.
But so yeah, no Warglaive. But next week I can sense it. I can feel it in the air.
Feel it.
I can feel it. It's gonna drop next week. I know
it.
One day I'm gonna run it with Cammie, and it's gonna drop when she's with me. And she's gonna run it with me from then on every time.
I swear, Mike.
Whatever gets you that legendary, right?
Exactly.
All right. Well, good show, Taft.
Yep.
2-week break. Got some energy back. Yeah.
It was a good time.
Good time. All right. Let's some closing notes, everyone. You can contact the show with feedback and whatever else you want to tell us through the email collegegamershow@gmail.com. Taft and I both have Twitters. You can contact me through the Twitter account @BlueCows with a Z, BlueCowz. Taft has a Twitter.
I do, and it is incredibly inactive. And it is Taft Faust 8.
All right. You can contact the show also through our Facebook page, the College Gamers Podcast Facebook page. So check that out if you have a chance for all you Facebookers or whatever verb they use for using Facebook these days.
That would be a
booker.
That'd be a verb. Yeah,
I was facing. Would you call that facing?
A Facebooker is a noun, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Facebooking would be
Facebooking
would probably be the verb for it, though.
I gotcha. We should start this. It's our next trend we're going to start, Taft. And we stream the show every Saturday. This was a Sunday today, but it's usually Saturday around 5 p.m. Central Time. And you can same the Twitter.
Mike was too busy with his girlfriend.
Yeah, doing a concert, or it was her birthday yesterday, so
Yeah,
that's.
I said what I said. I was too busy.
I gotcha. Sorry, man.
You gotta get
Sorry.
your priorities straight, man.
I'm sorry if I hold my girlfriend, pretty high up there.
But what about me?
Well, you keep your perfect ass out of this chat. That's a throwback no one will get. All right, and you can catch the show live on my Twitch account, Blue Cows with the Z, same as Twitter. So I think that's the show.
That is.
All right, thank you all for listening, and catch you all next time.
Bye-bye.
Later. Blue Cow Radio.